Yeah. Okay, so you would be paying 400 a week or thereabouts?
Yeah, 4 to 5.
4 to 5 a week.
Yes.
Okay.
Anastasia West.
Where are we on this case?
I think we have an agreement. The amount of rent that's owed, according to my client, is $5,112. Court cost of $175 for a total of $5,287. When we were here a couple weeks ago, Ms. West said she would pay $1,100. I called my client yesterday and got a ledger. There's no payment on it. And I asked them, now the manager's out till Monday, so I'm dealing with the assistant manager. She says she gave him $1,100 on the 26th. I have no reason to disbelieve her. So what I did was we entered a consent judgment that she said she can pay her entire balance by February 6th.
Okay.
And I put under further orders that defendant says she paid $1,100 on 12/26. It will be applied when deposited. I thought that made more sense than coming back next week after I verified the payment, because I was going to give her to the 6th anyway.
All right.
So I think we've got that as an agreement.
All right. Ma'am, is all of that correct?
Yep.
Okay.
I worked it for it. I did it on the 26th. I did it 4 days before you gave me.
You're right. Because
And I
told you to pay it on the 30th.
I sure did. Yes.
Okay. All right. Do you have any questions regarding anything on this judgment?
No, they want their money and I want to give it to them.
Okay, very good. And he explained that your rights under the court rule, the 3-day rescission. Oh,
Yeah.
Fantastic. Court is satisfied. I will enter that judgment. All right. Thank you, guys.
Thank you
Have a great
for coming
weekend.
to work today.
Thank you, Ms. Webster.
Yes, ma'am. Bushwood Properties versus John Zizer.
And David Fanter, on behalf of the plaintiff. Mr. Zazer is not here, but we adjourned his case. He was going to get help from SOS.
Yes.
And in fact, they have approved him for his balance is exactly $3,000. He paid it. He made a small payment for January so that it would equal $3,000. I got an email from SOS yesterday that he's been approved.
Okay.
He's not here. I prepared a consent order. Could we enter this as a default and have this be a 7A case or 7A, a 4A case? I put $3,000. They're going to pay by the end of the month. I don't want to take a default.
Right.
I mean, I guess the only other possibility is to adjourn it till the 26th and have the pay by then, and then.
Well, it'd be the 23rd.
Right.
Would they get the check out by then?
They said they put the request into Barrier Busters last night, and Barrier Busters came back and said and confirmed. They're usually pretty good about paying, so I don't have a problem if you just.
Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to adjourn it to the 23rd. If it's not complete at that point, then I'll consider doing that by default. 23rd, 2026 at 12 p.m. And hopefully we can have it all done, wrapped up. YPF 16 LLC versus Virgil Dunlap. Virgil Dunlap? Out of here.
May I be sworn?
Yes. Do you solemnly swear or affirm testimony you're about to give will be the truth, whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
I do. Your Honor, I'm David Fanter. I'm the attorney for YPF 16 LLC, and as such, I'm familiar with the books and records they relate to this tenancy. I don't know if you remember this case, but this was a case where he claimed he had an email or a text from my client saying that he was paid in full, and there was some concern about whether we had accepted payment. I had offered him till mid-February under the grounds of even if we had done that, we could re-30-day him, and you offered that to him and said, and he was adamant that he had something, and you said, okay, but if we come back on the 9th and you don't have it, I'm going to give you 10 days.
Right.
So
Termination action, there's no redemption. Writ issue in 10 days.
thank you. And I'm covering for Mr. Katz at 3 o'clock, so I'll just wait.
Okay.
Unless
Did
it's,
you put them up?
Yeah,
This one? Oh, this is it. Okay. Harbor House versus Antonia Robles.
I'm David Fantera, standing in for attorney Sidney Katz. The amount of rent that's owed is $6,576. Court cost of $177 for a total of $67.53. We'd ask for a judgment for possession with a written 10 days if that amount remains unpaid.
Judgment to the plaintiff by default for possession. Redemption amount is in the amount requested with the writ issue.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you, sir.
Have a good weekend.
You do the same. Hopefully 26 is gonna stay. Guess I shouldn't ask you. Anyway, Real Properties versus Jacqueline Poole.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. Happy New Year. Daniel Landman, P35797, appearing on behalf of the plaintiff.
And Happy New Year to you.
Happy New Year.
Ma'am, your name?
Jacqueline Ford.
All right. And where are we on this?
Your Honor, this was adjourned over from December 26th.
Yes.
Ms. Poole was present at that time. This is a commercial property.
Mhm.
She indicated she would be able to pay $1,000 to $2,000 before today. My client does not show it on its ledger, so I don't know if any money was paid at all.
I did. I can show
did?
it. Yes, I can.
How much did you pay?
I paid $1,400.
14?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
When was that paid, ma'am?
I think it was paid yesterday.
That's why I wouldn't show up
That's
on
why
the
you
ledger.
don't show it. Okay, so you paid $1,400, you think, on the 8th?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And Your Honor, if we would deduct $1,400,
Now this is where the numbers become important. The tenant says she has already made a $1,400 payment, but the remaining balance is still over $3,000 and the monthly rent is continuing to come due. The judge isn't just listening to promises, she's looking at whether the payment plan can realistically reduce the debt. So the real question is, can the tenant actually get ahead of the balance, or will the debt keep growing?
from the current balance. The balance without cost would be 3236.32. With costs, it would be 3411.32.
Okay. And how are you intending on getting that paid, man?
Well, I work at this commercial property, so I get paid really every day. I had 3 stylists to leave, so I'm just walking down the balance. So in a couple of weeks, I have another 15. In a couple of weeks, I have another 15. But yeah.
The balance isn't exactly being walked down because the rent is $1,758 a month.
1758.
Yeah, so the 1,400 didn't even cover January.
Yeah.
Oh, but it's added cost because I'm trying to put one of the units back on the market. So that's why
So, but
more money. So it's not.
how much are you going to be able to pay them each week if you're
Each
saying
week,
you're walking this
1,500.
balance down, huh?
Yep, another 1,500 in another couple of weeks, and then another couple of weeks because I want it completely done and down to zero because I'm having
So
a
in two,
person
okay,
leave.
but in 2 weeks,
Mhm.
you'll have another 1,500.
Yep.
Not 14, but 15.
Yep, 15, not 14.
And the rent's 17.
1758.
So at 18, you're basically coming down about whatever, 1,200. All right. Before I enter a judgment in this thing, I'm going to adjourn it out a week or 2 weeks. Let you make that next payment. If you can make that payment the day before so that they know, or bring some receipt saying you made that payment
Mm-hmm.
so we can see where you are.
Well, I make the payment online in the app. So, should I
Okay.
screenshot it?
So screenshot it. Okay.
Okay.
Can you do that?
Mhm.
Okay. So I'll adjourn this to January 23rd, 2026 at 12 noon. Okay, so try to get that in there before as quick as possible, okay?
I will. All right. Thank you.
Take care. Real Properties versus Stacy Hines.
Your Honor, this was also adjourned over from the 26th. Mr. Hines was present, said he'd be able to pay $700 to $1,000 prior to today. Again, I am not showing it on the ledger, but if he made a payment yesterday, it wouldn't be appearing.
I made a payment this morning of $852.93. $6.59 of that was a processing fee, so the actual payment was $846.34.
846.30.
And that gave me a remaining balance due of $1,333.98.
Okay,
Plus cost of 175.
correct.
That's included. That's the,
So, sir,
yeah.
how are you gonna get the rest of this paid, or what's your intent?
Same way I paid today, gonna keep working and pay it off, so I'll be able to pay at this rate consistently.
Right, but you gotta work something out with the landlord that they're gonna do that,
Yes.
because you get paid every 2 weeks?
Weekly.
Okay, so you're gonna try to pay 800 every week?
This is what I've made since the last hearing on the 26th.
Okay, so that's about 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Okay, so you would be paying 400 a week or thereabouts?
Yeah, 4 to 5.
4 to 5 a week.
Yes.
Okay. So if I put this over to the 23rd, you should be able to pay another 800
Correct.
to 1,000,
Yes.
right? And how much did you say was owing?
Your Honor, coming into today, not recognizing this payment,
Yeah.
was $2,130.32 plus costs. So with the payment of 846 and change, he's around 1,300
That is, okay.
plus cost.
So,
If you can pay the 500 a week, the balance will be pretty small.
it'd be pretty small, and then we can try to figure out how to. So, sir, I'm gonna put this out to the 23rd, 2026. Okay?
Okay.
Get those payments in and try to, you pay it through the portal? Do they take it through the portal?
Yeah.
For you? Okay. Make sure you have screenshots that you made those payments. Okay?
Yeah.
And then what the balance is. And then we'll see where we are and where we can head with it.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome.
And that's where this hearing ends, with another deadline and one very clear instruction: make the payments and keep the receipts. The judge has given the tenant another opportunity to prove that the balance is actually coming down. But next time, words won't be enough. The screenshots, payment records, and remaining balance will tell the real story. What do you think? Was giving more time the right call, or should the court have entered judgment today?